shit ass movie, Kazam or something like that. I don't know. Remember that?
It was whack. It was whack.
Yeah, he been cooning for years now. You know what I mean? But I think people like him, they so out of touch with the urban community that, you know, they say idiot stuff like this once in a while.
Of course.
You know, just to get some attention. Stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Shaq got family that ain't rich as him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So stop it. You got family that's living in an urban community that's just not well off as you. So when you say you endorsing this type of joker, you saying you endorsing that your family and, you know, that's in those urban settings that joker don't care about. You don't give a fuck about your family either? Nah, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Shaq up there cooning. You know what I mean? He getting his money. You know, it's all for ratings. You gotta think about that too. You know what I'm saying? Because them jokers gotta get ratings. So they say the craziest thing. So they can get the ratings. And they got producers too that get in their ear. Yo, we need ratings. Our ratings is slumping. That was a bad show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say some coon shit pretty much. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Yeah. On another topic. This was a good situation. 20-year-old Harvard student named, how you pronounce that?
I'm just going to spell it out. It's Obasi. Last name is Shaw. He's from Stone Mountain. Became the first student in Harvard history to submit a rap album for his senior thesis, and he received an A.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, you know, that goes to show you, hip hop definitely is, you know, has been coming around. Like, this is a African American male who submitted a rap album. You know what I'm saying? He didn't submit a mixtape. He actually did an album, they saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you know rappers like the, hey, listen to my mixtape. Yo, I'm hot, son. I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out Harvard too. You know what I'm saying? The white prestigious university. You know, and they support my man in here. You know what I'm saying? You know, he happy as shit in this picture too. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he ain't got a romper on. Look at the picture. You know, he ain't got a romper.
He's dressed like a man.
Yeah. He dressed like a young college student. You know what I'm saying? That's good shit though. He got his A. You know what I mean? That's on the thesis. That's hard. That's very hard. And that's actually innovating. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never did nothing like that. Yeah, I'm not actually surprised by this though, on some real shit, because like I was saying before we started,
right,
that Harvard, some type of Harvard professor was giving Nas props in some interview on his, you know, his debut album Illmatic. And I was looking at that interview in shock. Like, she repeating his lyrics and asking him, what does this mean? And, you know, he going back and forth with her, telling her what the lyrics actually mean and how he actually was feeling at that moment when he wrote it. It was I'm going to send you that interview. It was really interesting to actually see them communicate like that through that kind of hip hop. And she's a, you know, Harvard professor.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I really don't want to touch on this, but we have to. I just want to give my condolences to the little boy, 6 years old, that was killed. Oh man, this is a little emotional for me. Yeah. That was killed while his mother's car was stolen, while she was in the store shopping at 1:30 in the morning. She left her car running, and three assholes, that's what they are, assholes, and they deserve the death penalty. Okay, they don't need to go to trial, just straight to the death penalty. Okay, while she was in the store shopping, left her car running, and these three assholes took her car and shot the baby, shot the 6-year-old baby in the car, in the back of the car. Okay, I just want to know, what could he have done? Was he a threat? What could he have possibly done for y'all to have it? Like, how could you do that? Shoot a 6-year-old boy? Seriously?
Yo, listen, they psychos, yo. You know what I'm saying? Remember I was talking to you about this before. Back in, when we was coming up, you had the stick-up boys. You had the drug dealers. And you just had the thugs. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But rarely did you hear about them just killing babies. They had like standards. No. Like they was like, no women, no kids.
Nah,
like,
that ain't
no, I'm just gonna get that little nigga out of here, pow. No, they spared their life.
Yeah, they little demons, yo. Straight up demons.
Come on. The straight fuck? Demons, and you know what? Some people may not like what I'm about to say. But how the fuck do you leave your car running at 1:30 in the fucking morning with a baby in the back of the car? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it no more. You know that. I cried about that, okay? I cried about it. Because I have a 5-year-old. You think I'll leave my fucking 5-year-old in the back of my car with it running?
Yeah.
It's not a Biz, Alexa, nothing like that, but I know how cycles is out here. Yeah. We watch the news every day.
And then you got the jokers that's waiting for you to slip. Point blank. You know it. They sitting out, the streets is watching.
My question is, so they stole a car and then what? What the fuck did they do? What did you do? What did you do? It's more, it gotta be more to this. You just took the car for a joyride and just shot the fucking baby. You could have put him on the side of the road. They ain't do nothing
but steal the car and go to jail.
Fucking dickheads. Just send their ass straight to the death penalty.
Yeah, it's a wrap for them. And for those who don't know what we talking about, this happened in Mississippi. And actually, damn, it was 3 teenagers.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. None of them were over the age of 18. They were fucking babies themselves. So how could you kill a baby and your babies yourselves? You're not even 18. You're not even 21 yet.
Yeah, they straight demons, Joe. Straight up demons. This
horrible. Happened, he was supposed to graduate. He was supposed to graduate in kindergarten.
Damn. Yeah. All right. We're gonna get into today's topic, which is dating a drug dealer. Let me start this off, right? There's no future with dating a drug dealer, yo. The only thing that come out of that is only 2 things. He going to jail or he's going to die. Matter of fact, not die of natural causes. He's going to get killed. And possibly put you in harm's way with other people. And that could be as far as your kids, other family members, and yourself. And I just don't see how some of these women be out here, yo, I'm a ride or die for this nigga. He provided me a certain lifestyle. That fast life is bullshit, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's some real immature young buck thinking. Especially when you got kids and you got a house to feed. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just corny. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas don't even care about you. Because if them dudes cared about you, they would say, yo, I ain't doing this shit, yo. I love you. I love your kids. I'm not going to let you be a part of this. Since I can't stop selling drugs, I'm going to step away from you. You feel what I'm saying? If they truly, truly feel you, they would say, look, I'm going to step away from this shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nothing to happen to you. Or just say, look, I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm going to fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get a job, or fuck this. The money I made from the drugs, I'm going to flip into a business or get some properties. Turn that shit to some legal shit. If you really thorough.
That's real right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now don't get it twisted. There are some thorough dudes that do stuff like that. That take the drug money, flip it into a business, and they successful on some legal shit. There's several dudes that did that. Several women. You know what I'm saying? Being a drug dealer ain't just for males. You know what I'm saying? Some of the biggest drug dealers in history were women. There's plenty of documentaries out there about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, women. running the whole organization, everything. You thinking it's a certain dude that's doing it, but it be the female running the whole organization. You know what I'm saying? So this just not a gender thing. I'm not talking about only females dating drug dealers. A dude don't have to be the drug dealer. It could be a female that's the drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? So when you see this title or you listen to this podcast, is no, it's not. I'm not talking about what you programmed to already think that the female or think she's struggling and she thinks she got to go get a drug dealer. Nah, I'm talking about dudes. I know dudes that dated female drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? And nothing good comes out of it. Never. You know what I'm saying? You over there laughing. What's up?
I mean, because, I usually use a different term. I say, when I know a female that's dating a man that's in their life, I say, well, how's the pharmaceutical life doing? Try to clean it up a little bit, because he really look at it like that's his career and shit. And then when he goes away, I say, well, shit, how long he on vacation? Because I don't want to say how long he in jail. How long, is his vacation? You could be going over to the island somewhere, I don't know, just try to clean up a little bit. But I'm just going to piggyback off of you a little bit. You can endanger your loved ones when you date someone, whether you're a female or a male, because especially if you have children, okay? And as I just went in about this little boy being murdered because his mom's car was stolen, these people, I'm going to say young people out here, they have no cares. They have no FUCKs. I'm not even going to say it because it's so vulgar. They don't care about life. They don't respect life. They don't cherish life like we used to when we were coming up, okay? When people was out here nickel and dime and selling this and selling that, it was for a reason. It was for a purpose to come up out of poverty, to make a difference. And I know some that have done that. But these knuckleheads out here today, they don't care about life. They just doing this shit to have an image, just to say they doing something, just to say, okay, I'm doing this and I'm big and I'm bad. No, you're not. Yeah. Because you know how many babies I have heard about being murdered because these women out here dating these knucklehead ass drug dealers. Okay? How many babies have been murdered because they drug dealer boyfriends got guns in the house? Okay? And they just have them out in the open. And these babies are killing themselves because they're curious. Because the mom was just worried about her image, about that fast money coming in. Just like when you go to the fast food places like McDonald's and stuff like that, as soon as you eat your food, you got the bubble gut, you got to shit it out. That's just how this life is. It's fast paced. It's fast life. It ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing comes out of it. Nothing good.
Nothing good come out of it but shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm just so disgusted. I'm so disgusted because people are selling these souls for materialistic shit instead of traveling the world, getting on a plane, going somewhere. You give a fuck about wearing some $400 pair of shoes or $400 belt, and you ain't even been off the fucking block to even respect and love life. Cause it's just
that's real talk.
It's just crazy,
yeah.
And it bothers me. It frustrates me. I condone men out here that, okay, you did it for all the wrong reasons, but you made a difference. You up here, you give it back to the community. You left it alone, and now, you know what I'm saying, you out here, you done flipped it. You being a businessman, a real businessman. You give it back to the community. You trying to be out here and show these young guys, this you don't have to be like this. Females, you out here showing the young women, you don't have to do this. You don't have to live that fast life. Because sometimes, a lot of them don't have that at home.
No.
So they look for the streets for love, and everybody know the streets don't love nobody.
Nah,
streets don't love nobody.
Streets, love don't exist in the streets. Real talk.
It's crazy.
And I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you know about the streets,
listen,
love don't exist in the streets.
No. So make fun of the ones that's out here nickel and diming and living paycheck to paycheck. But guess what? They're gonna live longer than the ones out here that's wanting that fast money. Because when someone sees you getting that fast money, they're quick to say, you know what? They don't need to be here no more. I'm gonna take that shit, and that's why they getting killed. They getting killed.
Wolves.
Exactly. Okay. Friends killing each other. Oh, hold on. He made this is more than me. Nah, we gonna get that. We gonna take that from him. You know how many friends I done seen knock each other off for a couple of dollars?
Yeah, and then you know what be crazy? especially in Philly. You know what I'm saying? One block can separate